guys, it's Connor Crumb here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to give you my Cleveland Browns 2020 offseason predictions. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so if you haven't seen my other offseason grade videos, how they work is I am going to talk about the departures, and then I'm going to give a grade on how the departures they had affected the team. 10 is they affected the team a lot. 1 is they didn't affect the team almost at all. And then I'm only talking about notable ones. Like, I'm not talking about small ones, like a Drew Stanton leaving the Browns. Like, that really doesn't matter to me. Then additions, same thing. I'm talking 10 is great for them. 1 is not good for them. And same with the draft, and I'm only talking about notable ones. And then I give my overall grade. So now let's start with departures. So the 3 main players they lost was Christian Kirksey, Joe Schobert, and Damarious Randall. Those were 3 key players to that defense. Damarious Randall, I think they should have been able to get back. So they did have a decent amount of cap room going into free agency. And then Joe Schobert would have been nice to keep, and Christian Kirksey. So that linebacker core really took a hit. And then the safety core really took a hit, losing their 2 starting safeties with Eric Murray and Damarious Randall. So that will really hurt the team this year, I think. They did capitalize on safety in the draft, though. But they did get 7 out of 10 for departures, which is not very good. Worst one yet so far. But then you look at additions, and they got Andrew Billings. I really think this will be good because that D-line is not amazing. You have Myles Garrett, and then you don't got much else. That's the reason they went for Jadeveon Clowney, so they have a great defensive line. But they did not. Jadeveon Clowney did not accept the Browns' deal. I think Andrew Billings will help that defensive line quite a bit. Then you have Jack Conklin. That offensive line has been struggling for a while now, especially last year. So I really think Jack Conklin will help that offensive line a lot. Then you have Austin Hooper. Not amazing. Kind of overpaid for him. $10.5 million annually for 4 years is not great, especially when you have David Njoku. So yeah, I mean, because David Njoku did not do great last year, but he is not a bad tight end. And especially with the talent you already have on your team with Odell, with Jarvis Landry, with Nick Chubb, and with David Njoku, then I really don't think they need an Austin Hooper. But nevertheless, it is a slight upgrade over David Njoku, so I cannot complain too much about that. But then you have Case Keenum. I honestly think this is the best signing of all because he is a great mentor and can really teach Baker Mayfield a lot. Case Keenum is great for a young quarterback, and he can start if he needs to start. Like if Baker Mayfield gets hurt or isn't playing well, he can go in and he can play. He might not be the best quarterback in the league, maybe not a starting caliber quarterback, but he can come in for your team, and he is a quality backup and an amazing mentor, maybe the best mentor in the league. But I do give them a 9 for free agency additions, so that is really good for them. But then let's get into the draft. They had a solid draft for the Browns. The 4th and 5th round picks were, they could have done better with those. But the 1st round pick with Jedrick Wills, I don't know how we fell that far. I thought he would be the first or second offensive lineman to go. I really thought he'd be first though. Because I thought that the Giants and the Chargers were both going to draft offensive linemen. And then the Cardinals were going to draft an offensive lineman, which left them, I thought, with Mekhi Becton. But I really think that was an amazing pick for the Browns with Jedrick Wills. Then you look at the second round pick with Grant Delpit. That was an amazing pick. Probably better than the Jedrick Wills pick, especially losing their two starting safeties this year in free agency. But then getting on to the third round pick with Jordan Elliott, I kind of thought that was a little bit early for him. I thought he was an early fourth round guy. I think they could have got him in the fourth and could have got a different player there, but not a horrible pick. I just think he should have gone a little bit later, like early to mid fourth round, not mid third, but not a horrible pick. But then one of the best picks is Donovan People-Jones. I don't know how he fell to the sixth round. I had him as a third or fourth round pick. Phenomenal pick for the Browns. I didn't think there was any reason he should have fell that far. So, amazing pick. And now I am going to give you my overall grade, which is a 7.5. It would probably be a 9. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you the draft grade, which is an 8 out of 10. But the 7.5 overall draft offseason grade would have been better if it weren't for departures. I think it would have been a 9 if it weren't for the departures. And if you take one away, it could have been 8.5. Like, you take 2 away, you take away Demarius Randall and Joe Schobert, I think it's an 8.5. But without the departures they had, I think it would have been a 9 or even a 9.5 if they didn't have any of those departures. But the departures is really what let the team down this offseason. But that will do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!